Hey guys, it's 12:01 here on the Eastern Standard Time on the east coast of North Carolina. It's a beautiful day here, and I'm joined by Kevin Doyle, my producer. How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, I'm good. We were almost on time. Actually, we were on time, but then I noticed, like, when we were pushing this thing out, I was like, why is it not live yet? It took a minute.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It normally is like this thing we use is pretty quick, and it pushes out pretty quick, but today it was like, I'm like 10 seconds in, and I'm like, why is this not gone live yet? I like to check it. So I have another screen that I check on to make sure that it's pushing it out because, sometimes you could do a whole show, forget to go live, and then you'd be like, why is nobody commenting on us? What's going on?
So we're slackers today again. We're
Adam, sorry. Like that's, I promise I was trying to go on time.
Yeah, we weren't sitting around just chatting up. Hey, look, it's 3 after. Maybe we should do this.
Maybe we should go live. No, that wasn't what happened. So
sorry we missed yesterday. We had a network outage and I had to fix it. So that was always
this is the thing about this. Somebody suggested yesterday, it was like, oh, you have a network outage, just go on a hotspot, which you have a hotspot.
I do.
You could have done this.
Right.
But the issue was you're the person fixing the network.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I had people working on it. So
right.
So it's complicated and I don't even want to get into it, but it has to do with VMware and domain controllers and
switching to a Mac wasn't a positive in this scenario.
No, because the VM software only runs on Windows, and so and it won't install on Parallels. So I had to go find a Windows 7 machine, and it just took 5 hours.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I was in a bad mood yesterday. You guys probably noticed.
Oh well.
It's like, dang it, man! Why can't it work?
It just shouldn't work. No, I agree. When you're spending a lot of time doing something like that, it's just that's just annoying because you feel like there's no goal at it. You're getting back to the same spot you were before it started.
Yeah, I was trying to finish up my loan calc app, so I was just trying to,
right,
make sure I didn't miss the deadline,
Right, right. Which, speaking of, some of you guys have put in chat already. You did miss it, and that's okay. Maverick said he couldn't finish it. We still suggest fixing it. Finish it up, send it in. We'll still take a look at it. Maybe we'll do another look at some of these that come in over the weekend, maybe. And Wilfredo said the same thing. He didn't finish it, and he's so sad about it. Don't be so sad about it. It's okay.
Don't be sad.
It's okay.
Guess what? There's gonna be another one.
Yes. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
The one for today. So we are going to talk about that coding challenge we gave earlier in the week. So for those of you that weren't here earlier in the week, I think it was Tuesday, we shoot a coding challenge. We put it up on our Discord channel, and we give you guys until this morning. We're going to talk about the submissions that came in and talk about that. But next week, we're going to do another one.
Yeah.
And next week's going to be a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's also got a cool prize.
It's got a cool prize from a cool company. So we finally got it worked out. We had our meeting with them yesterday. Yep. They're officially going to sponsor our coding challenge. So think of one this week as a warm-up. So if you got into it and you didn't finish it, don't feel bad. You're going to get another one on Monday. And then you'll have the full week to work on it, 5 days.
Yep.
And so, but I think you'll like it.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll talk about who the sponsor is and who's gonna what the prize is on Monday when we launch it. So just know that it's cool though.
It's a cool prize.
I kind of want it. So
I know. I do too.
But there you go. We're gonna
enter and win my own prize. So
it's rigged.
It's rigged. How did Bobby win this? So.
That's pretty funny. So so we're gonna do that next week. So look for that coming Monday, and we'll talk about it probably throughout all of next week too.
Yeah.
So
and then tech is like, wow, a full week. Yeah, so that one on there, tech with fine.
Yep.
So what I'll say is the coding challenge is on par with the last one we did.
From a
technical difficulty level. So if you're a junior dev or learning to code, you definitely can do these.
Yep.
So I don't want you to get intimidated by it. We're just giving you a whole week to work on it, and we'll announce it on Friday. And I think it's different though. It's not as straightforward as I thought that this one was.
Yeah. So. Yeah. This one had some very obvious ways that you can implement it and do stuff. But we've got some cool things that you guys did, which we'll talk about.
Some of you did some really good job. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's not that, John. I'm not going to ask you to build a full CMS. I'm going to ask you to build something, and then we're going to Yeah, we need a full CMS. If you guys want to go ahead and build that for us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If not, we're not going to do that.
It's got to be better than Squarespace. We just want to do it better than that. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. So, let's do, before we jump into the other stuff, let's do a couple of things first. We're also going to give away something else today too. So on Wednesday, we gave away a game bundle, which let me just share that here. Was this right here from itch.io. Thanks to Andreas, who suggested this to us. So we gave this away on, we're going to make a donation for this and give a copy away. It's like now up to 1,600 items.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. So this is a big bundle. And the winner, who was Jack Kelly, said he's too busy and couldn't play the game, so he asked us to re-roll. So we're going to re-roll today. So we'll give it away to somebody else. You get another shot.
So we're going to give it away at 12:30. We'll give it away at 12:30.
Yep. We'll do it at 12:30. So same rules apply as before. Let me actually go to the Nightbot little giveaway thing. You'll have to have commented within 15 minutes. And that's pretty much the rule. As long as there's a comment in there within 15 minutes of us rolling, you'll get a chance to win it.
Yeah, so we'll give you a heads up at 12:28 or something like that, and say, make sure you get a comment in.
Yep.
So you can get a shot. So we want to give that away, and then we're going to give away a free copy of the book today. Breaking the Code: 5 Steps to a Software Job. It comes out in June 23rd, so like 2 weeks.
Only a couple weeks. Yeah.
So
close.
So it's really cool. I'm getting on some podcasts. There's going to be some magazine articles written about it. So you'll see me around, out and about, maybe on some of these podcasts. So, talking about the book and that kind of stuff. And but someone's going to get a signed copy today, and we'll send it out as soon as it comes available on June 23rd, because you committed to building out a quick little project,
which is super good.
So
let's do one thing first. Let's do memes. Because there was a couple of new ones.
And I warm up with a good explosion.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look here. There's a couple that I super like. Actually, there's 2 new ones, and both of them were super good. So Raphael suggested this one. It's literally what we were talking about the other day. He posted this right afterwards, and I was like, yes, this is exactly it. We talked about how weak 2-factor can be.
Yeah, it is. Like it's like a cheese puff. It has a lot of security that you think you have, and it's the best thing out right now, probably.
Yeah.
But as I've seen, it's easy to spoof a cell phone.
Yep. Yeah,
maybe that's getting better on the cell phone providers, but we'll have to talk to Keytron to see if how easy that is to do.
When Keytron's back on, we're definitely going to talk about how safe 2-factor is. I think it's a super interesting conversation. And then the other one posted by Matt, who's in our class right now. I like a good Pirates of the Caribbean one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
He's like, your code is without a doubt the worst I've ever run.
But it does run, Kevin.
It's just so good. It's just good. I like it. He's like this super posh captain guy, and he's like, but it runs. Like, I think that's good. I think those are both good.
So anyway.
So those are our memes and terrible impressions for the day. Boom, boom. Maverick says he's excited for the book. That's cool.
Yeah.
We are too. We are too, definitely. It's only, it's a little ways away. Don't forget, you can, if you go to 5 steps to a software job.com, you can sign up there for the invitation to the party too that we're doing on.
And I think I don't want to say it yet because I know it's not official, but like there's gonna be some fun things at the party, more than just me blathering around about the book. So like it'll be a Zoom party, what we would have done in person. And so like so if you attend, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be highly entertained. And so
we'll try.
We're gonna try. So we're gonna bring in some talent other than me. So,
yeah.
So David thinks it's a good sign. The book comes out on June 23rd.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's a thing.
It's my final exam for an English diploma.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Congrats. Hopefully you do well in it.
Yeah. So is that a good sign for the book or a good sign for you? I don't know, but like I think you can do it, David.
Let's be mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
No. That's not going to happen. I would not be doing a book.
You never know, man. You never. Don't say never. Don't say never. You might do that, man.
I don't think a book's in my future. Maybe a separate YouTube channel at best.
Yeah. You never know, man.
Yeah, but you never know. No, you never know.
10 million viewers, someone's going to beg you to write a book about our
This is probably true. This is probably true. I'll have like J.K. Rowling ghostwrite it for me or something.
Ghostwrite it,
yeah. It'll be an action adventure of some kind. It'll be nothing about producing.
See, what I'm laughing about is one of your comments about the book originally internally. Like, does it have a wizard in it? You know, you think you could sell 1 million copies? It doesn't have a wizard in it.
Yeah, that was
like actually a wizard is in the book.
Exactly. Which was great. I forgot, but it was great. It was like, yeah, because they're asking how many you want to sell? Like 100,000 copies. I'm like, well, I think it's got to have a wizard in it to sell that many.
So then I found a place where there's an actual wizard in the book. So it's kind of funny.
So there is wizards in the book. Just saying, if it's real, we're riding the Harry Potter coattails, but that's okay.
That's it, man. Who isn't? I mean, you know,
exactly. Why not? I think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. Don't forget, it's what are we? 12:13. So in about 10 minutes, make sure you comment something so you can do the giveaway for the thing at like the halftime thing here. Oh, I should have made a halftime. We should have done a halftime thing. That would have been good.
Yeah.
Like that. Halftime giveaway. That's what we're calling it.
Halftime giveaway.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So let's jump into.
They got your book name down, Kevin. This is your book.
If somebody wants to Photoshop that up for me, I would love that. I'll make it my wallpaper.
Fantastic Doll and Where to Find Him. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's a great YouTube name book, you know.
That is. Maybe I'll roll with that. Okay. Let's talk about our challenge then.
All right, let's talk about the challenge. Yeah.
So what was our challenge? What did we set?
So we issued a challenge to make a mortgage loan calculator. And this came from a real challenge from a company that's given out to developers. But the reason I latched onto it is because I think this one can be portfolio worthy. And so in portfolios that we do at Coder Founders, we divide work that you show into 2 categories. One is called a coding challenge, which I think this puts in. The other one's called a project. I wouldn't put this in the project phase. I would put it in the coding challenge area. But the reason I like this is because it's actually useful. So like if a hiring manager went to your website and actually plugged in his car loan to see kind of how it worked, it's very useful. And so you can actually get interaction and it puts you in a more positive life when you put it out, even though for the most part, there's only like a singular function pretty much that you have to write. It's not a hard thing to do, but it's very useful. So I like it and that well. And also it gives you a lot of avenues to take it to the next level where you could actually take this and push it down into the full-blown project, which I think could be something that you could, we'll talk about somewhere you could take this.
Yep, definitely. So we set this up. We gave you guys basically a requirements document. We put it on Discord and you guys made some stuff.
Yeah, you made some stuff. So like that's kind of cool. So we're going to show what we think is there wasn't as many submissions. So like, but we picked a winner. But we're going to show some other people too, just to show what their work did. Because you did all this work to go put this together. We think we should show it to you. And we're going to give you some gentle feedback if we feel like it deserved it. So some of you asked us to give you some feedback. So we're going to do it here. But just know that all of them are they're pretty good. All of them are pretty good. So like we're kind of impressed with what you guys did in 3 days.
So our judging criteria, remember, does it work?
Yeah, does it work?
Function correctly? The value is correct. Is that kind of stuff right? Can you enter the data? Second one was overall appearance. Is it intuitive? Is it easy to use? Does it have a decent UI? Then we talked about structure of the code. And then finally, creativity and overall design and function. Yeah. So those are our 4 criteria that we looked at in choosing our winner today.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the first one. I'm actually going to do it this way because you'll see the tabs. I don't want to give it away, which one I picked.
So these are in no order.
Yeah. They're they're in no order. Give me 1 second here. Let me move some stuff.
That's fine. Let me see here. What are you saying here? David said we could cut the stream to this one sentence. Just a perfect secret announcement. Yeah.
We always have a secret announcement. So like
we do. I like having secret announcements. I like giving stuff away. I like
no, they're gonna like this announcement though, David. I promise you, we're not overselling this. This is kind of cool that what's
I don't know, maybe we are overselling it. We're not giving you a Ferrari or anything. It's not
no, it's not a Tesla. So that's cool.
Somebody new. Cool. Stret Mac. I'm gonna go with that. Street 6T Mac. I don't know. Whatever that would be.
Street Mac.
But I like it. Street Mac, maybe. Yeah. First time here. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Welcome to the club, and I'm sure everybody will make you feel at home.
So let's we'll
talk about that in a second. The giveaway, we're going to give away a bundle of games today at 12:30, and all you have to do to win that is just have left a comment within the last 15 minutes. So again, if you comment now,
you need to wait. You need to put another one in probably.
Yeah, probably. If you comment something now, you should be good to go. We'll give it away at 12:30.
So then he says that our gift right here.
Which one did you say?
Might be comparable to a Ferrari in a well, Adam, you're actually right. So this could be considered the Ferrari of something, in this particular.
Okay.
You agree with that?
But it's not a Tesla.
It's not a Tesla,
and I'm not giving away a Benz either.
So, but it's a physical thing that you can get, and we think it's cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. I would cool. Definitely.
All right, so let's look at the first one that we got. This is the very first one submission. So if I'm showing you and you see it up here early, that means you didn't win. So I'm sorry, but but I'm going to talk through kind of what we did. So this is the first one. And this guy, Matt, I think it's Matt Goth, did this. He was the first one that submitted. So that's we're going to give him hats off and props to being first submission. That's cool.
You do get something for first. Yep.
Yeah. The second prop that he got, he actually did it in MVC and C#, which is cool. So I'm biased toward that.
Yeah.
But I didn't pick it just based on that. He also he added our faces on it. So, we were moved by this. We're like, hey, that's kind of cool. The other prop that he got was like, okay, this is kind of close to like a Coder Foundry-ish kind of scheme.
Yep.
He loaded in a custom font here, unless that's a PNG. I didn't really look that close.
Oh yeah, I didn't look either, but that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a Google font. Why not?
All right, so that's kind of cool. CF Loan Calc got our faces on there. And then it actually works. So our testing criteria, we did a $15,000 loan, 60 term months with a 3% interest rate. And so when you submit this, which I've already done, it comes up with this amortization schedule, just like we asked, with the 6 columns. Okay.
Yep.
The payment's correct. And so what you do in here to get your principal minus your interest is pretty much you got to take that out of the payment, and you kind of then deduct it from.
Right.
And so he got it down to 60 payments, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
But he had him a remainder.
Okay. Which was not uncommon. A few people had this issue.
Right.
So
I looked at the code briefly, and Matt, if you're on here and you're listening, I think it has to do with the fact that you're using math.round. And so when you round things before you make the calculation, you can lose precision. And so you lost precision in your calculations because I think you're rounding things. And so when you're doing financial calculations, you can't round it. So it loses a couple of cents there. Should have been 0. And I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what did it. But I only looked at it real briefly. So that's, if we had to why you lost, that's kind of why. But
you weren't the only one that happened.
Seconds, and it'd have been fine. So that's one of the reasons. So we looked at that one, and it was really good though. I mean,
it is good.
C#, hosted on Azure. It worked for the most part. If you put this in $100,000 over a 30-year loan, you would lose a couple of dollars on that. So if you're running a mortgage operation and you have 1,000 or 10,000 or 1,000,000 mortgages, that little mistake could cost you some cash.
Yeah, but you were not the only one that did that same thing.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
There was a few.
Okay. So let's go to the next one here.
That's a good start. I like that.
Good start. Okay.
I don't know if you get extra point. I don't know if you get extra points for putting our face on it or not. I don't know if I like to stare at my face while I'm like calculating stuff, but I like the idea.
I can always be buttered up, So let's do this, and this is from I believe Damien. Is this Damien, right?
Yeah, this one's Damien's. Damien's did his in CodePen, which I like too.
Yeah, this running in CodePen was kind of neat. And so benefits that I liked about this is I really liked this translucent background that he did on his own. Okay.
Yeah, which he did from scratch too. This has got there's no dependencies in this at all. He did great HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
So this was a solid contender. He could have formatted these with commas over here. Could have been a thing that you could have done. And then you can see here he got his calculation right. So he's not doing a round. He didn't get any of the rounding errors.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. The only thing my only comment is the background is cool and it scrolls with you, which is a common thing. But if you scroll it fast, it kind of makes you a little nauseous because of the way this background has stuff on it. That may be just me. But overall, it totally worked.
Yeah.
And he got it to 0. It looks cool. I think he was late, right?
No, Damien's was in time.
He was on time? Okay, so it was pretty cool. Damien, so it's a really solid.
Oh, the one thing that you said too, the little tooltips thing.
They didn't work. I don't know what that's about.
But yeah.
Maybe they're just not in the HTML or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was probably a future implementation idea to have them there.
This is cool. This is a solid kind of effort here. I liked it. It was really cool.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So another runner-up. Let's just get another runner-up here. This is by Derek, I believe, right?
Yeah, this one's Derek. Now, Derek didn't see this challenge until yesterday.
But he did his in 24 hours, which, hey, props. He did at 4 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
Props. So hopefully he's awake.
Yeah. He submitted his at 4 a.m. with the comment that work was going to be fun today. So
yeah.
I think we challenged him and he jumped in.
My only comment, and this could be me again, was that I felt like the amount should be on top. Like the amount's the most important thing. So I would change the order of these.
Okay.
But other than that, I wouldn't do it. It looks kind of cool. He's got his own styling sidebar here. Kind of neat. Put it inside of a window instead of scrolling the page. I like that.
Because he's still awake, by the way. He drops
still awake. Yeah. Again, he got it all right here, so that's kind of cool. Zeros.
I like the UI change too. The input at the top change from that like first little like modal box that pops up, and then you go to this view, and you can actually then change it again on this view versus going back to the little modal pop-up thing. I think that was cool. So I like that.
Change it to 36, I think, and you hit calculate. So
his did work out correctly, right? I think.
Yep, it did.
Yep.
So now we're at 36 payments. Oh, it does something there. I'm not sure what that deal is.
Oh, so probably the same issue.
I'm not sure.
Probably the same issue.
It's working, but there's some kind of rounding error here.
Yeah.
That you need to look into. So,
yeah.
Or you adjust the payment or something like that, or you adjust this. But some kind of issue there. So that one was pretty cool. Didn't look how he did this. I'm assuming he did this in JavaScript. Looks like it was built in JavaScript, so it's kind of cool. But he stuck his on Azure's.
I like the look of this one too. I like the font choice and stuff. I think it's cool. It's got that like retro look.
Yeah, I like it. So that was cool. I think Derek did a great job on that one.
Yep.
Okay, so long-time listener, big fan of our show, David Sputnik. He had an interesting take on this. So he did some stuff that was out of the box here. And so like he did a basic loan calculation. My only thing here is that you couldn't change these, but maybe this is just for looks or whatever.
Oh no, you can change them.
I don't think you can change them, but they don't do anything. I can tell.
Oh, but it didn't. Oh, okay.
So they don't change these values. So maybe these are just for example.
I thought mine did.
This is a really cool idea here where you were comparing rates. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
That's cool. I mean, so like we're comparing rates versus 7 or 1.49.
Yep. And David's design skills and layout skills are super good too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And so I like the way this looks.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
clean.
we come down here and we've got the our example loan in here, but I don't know what's wrong with the interest level there. So that doesn't look right to me. So I'd have to check into that further, but it should have been 37.50. I'm not sure why it did that.
Okay.
So, but it went out to 0.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. I super like the layout. It's super clean. Like it's good.
Super clean. Good job, David. But you could look at this.
David said you can change it. So maybe you just need to change everything in the box. Get rid of where it says like 7%. Just get rid of the whole thing and type in 7. Try that. I could have swore that I got it to work on mine.
Yeah, you can change it. Okay, that's just me.
Okay. I can say I could have swore that I got to change on mine. I think it's the way. Well, you've highlighted a point that if you don't delete the whole thing and you left the M or the percentage mark in, it didn't work.
Okay.
So I think that's what I did. I think I overtyped the whole thing. That's probably why. But that's a usability thing, I guess.
Okay, that's user error on my part.
Yep.
So there you go, David.
Yeah, it's cool. I love how clean this is. It's just good.
It's really good. But the only thing we think this calculation's wrong. So that's kind of the deal there. Yeah. All right. And so that's David's. Good job, David. It looks cool. And then the other one that we're going to bring out here is the other one. And this one was unique. I picked it. This was actually done in Blazor. So if you haven't seen Blazor before, he's got this kind of scroll bar thing going on.
Yeah, it's cool.
And they're reactive based on which one you put in.
Yeah.
It should do that. It doesn't move. Yeah, it does. Maybe this one.
I think that slider, is very it's there's a large scale on it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
That's kind of cool. I put 600 terms. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. That is good. I like that.
So what he did was he has his 0 payment, which just shows the balance, and then he's showing them as the payments.
Okay.
So it's $37.50. It worked pretty good.
And
the only thing I would say here on these sliders is when you're sliding, sometimes you can show the value in here, or maybe you could put ticks in here.
Yeah. I like the idea of being able to see, especially with like the loan term. Yeah. Showing like the more common loan terms will be interesting. Just do 12, 24, 36.
Yeah, exactly. And then so the slider's basically unlimited. So that one's set to 35.
Somebody was asking here, are this kind of competition only for Code Advantage students? No, they're not. They're open to all you guys.
Everybody on the channel separate from the school in general. So yeah, I don't think I don't know who did this one. He did not go to the Code Advantage. There was 2 Code Advantage students that we showed, Damien and Derek.
Yeah, but no, everybody else isn't.
But everyone can enter. I mean, we're not. We want you to all to learn to code and do it stuff.
Yeah,
so join us on Discord. Cool, man. I mean, like what I like about this is like it's a good way to experiment with a new technology. So if you want to learn Blazor, it's a good problem to fix, and then so that it's pretty stinking cool.
Yeah, definitely. So we're at the bottom of the hour. So put your comments
away, and then we'll show the winner.
Yeah, put your comments in on chat, chat anything, so Nightbot knows that you are here. And there's currently showing 15 people eligible, so make sure that you go ahead and drop a comment if you are interested in winning this little game bundle. And we will let Nightbot pick one of you guys.
All right, cool. Coming up, we got 40 seconds left.
Let's see what we got now. We're up to still says 15. I'm gonna let me do that. While we're doing this, yes, there will be another one starting Monday.
Starting on Monday, it's a bigger prize, and it's sponsored by a company. So that's kind of cool.
Yep. So, Maverick likes your wallpaper too.
Yes, Doctor Strange. Marvel released those so that you could use them as backgrounds on your Zoom calls.
That was cool. They made official like Zoom background wallpapers.
So I just made it as my background. So Marvel actually made that one, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's very neat. Okay. I I think all of the comments are in. Let me see. Let me make sure I see the last comment in there. Okay, so I see 16 of you eligible.
All right,
so
cool.
I'm going to roll this now, and let's see who wins. Okay, I don't know if you see it yet. I don't know when it comes up. There we go. So Shrey Tripathi has won the giveaway. So Shrey, congratulations. You have one little game bundle. We're gonna make a donation.
I wouldn't call it a little game bundle.
I'd say it's a giant game bundle.
1,600 items in it. So like that's kind of cool.
A giant game bundle. Yeah, exactly. Some of them are game assets too, but there's a lot of games in there. I was looking at one this morning because I bought it for myself too. Something called Quiet as a Stone. It's like some open world making game, and I was like, this looks like fun. It looks relaxing and just a world away from other games that I play.
Exactly.
So Shrey says thanks. All I need from you is either one or two things. You can join, if you're not already joined, you can join our Discord channel. Adam will put the link in chat. You can join there and you can hit me up on there. I'm Doyle over there. It's Doyle. Or if you don't want to join Discord, you don't have to. You can also send me an email at info@coderfoundry.com and I will sort it out from there.
Yeah, cool.
We'll get you that bundle.
Thanks. Good luck, Shrey. Congrats for winning that. All right, so let's show. You want to show our winner now?
Yeah, let's go for the winner.
Let's go for the winner. So we looked at a lot of these, and again, I don't remember this guy's name either. So
hold on, I will tell you.
Davey or something, or
yeah, Davey. And I sent Davey a message on Discord too, to try and find out who it was over here because there's nobody with the same name over here on YouTube. So if that's you, put a comment down there in chat. So yeah, this is good.
This one's pretty good. I'm going to use, and we'll go through the sliders. You can see how the sliders react. It doesn't do it on this one for because I think this is near infinite, and so 15,000 is a small number. I think that's what it is. This one does react. I think that's just near zero according to the length on this thing.
Adam's calling us out for not remembering the winner's name. I don't know the winner's name, Adam.
I don't know his name. So let's see here. It's not working now. It's updating. All right, hold on a second.
Oh, it's not working now? This is
It does work. Let me just refresh it.
Okay. It was. I'd never had a single issue with it the whole time I was playing with it.
Let me just see if we can get it working.
So it has the sliders.
Yeah.
Like the other one did. And actually, I think that the length slider actually clicks into place too, which I thought was super good. It has like you slid then straight to 60. Like 60 is a standard term, so it knows it has these. It didn't go to 59 or 61. It slid straight to 60. So there's obviously some breakpoints in it, which is interesting. Yeah, and this totally worked too in terms of from a technological perspective. Like the logic worked. It is in pounds, which maybe that wins me over. I don't do anything for you.
Exactly. So he's got a map on here, so that's kind of strange that it's not doing it now. It says it's updating. I'm not sure what the deal is here.
Yeah, weird.
Let me just try it one more time so we can show it off here.
Oh, so that did snap to 59 then. Interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
What he did was he showed this right here, your results, and then your payment and 30,000 total repayable, total interest. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So this is on a $28,600 loan, you're going to totally pay $30,000 and here's your total interest, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
He's got his principal interest, total interest, and payments in here. His is in pounds. And then he also did something very similar to what David did, was like, hey, if you decreased your term length, you would save $299. I don't know how he's determining what it is by 8 payments, but I think it could be random. He also had a chart in here that's showing the orange is the interest over time, and you can see as it drops. and the principal rises over time. So that's kind of cool. The way that was
very cool. This he used a plugin for this, right?
Yeah, I used a plugin called Plotty. I haven't used Plotty before. We use Morris charts and Chart.js at Coder Foundry. So this is pretty cool. He also got his linked his GitHub here where you can find the code, which I like. So let me see if I can do this one more time. So it just has a problem updating. So,
but something to do with somebody in the chat suggested it's something to do with when you manually type the numbers in versus using the slider.
Yeah, but overall, we
think work. The numbers not so much. But yeah, it was good. I like the extra extensions on this one. I love the thing. If you decrease your term length to 52, you would save this amount of money. So this is somebody who took the idea and ran with it a little bit further. But it's also, to me, it says this person also understands the problem.
Yeah.
I guarantee this person has a loan. They understand how loans work. They understand mortgages. They understand car payments. Because it's like, as a pain point, like for those things, you realize, man, I've spent a lot of interest. And I really never look at your interest on a mortgage because you'll just cry. But on a car, it's like, it is interesting to know exactly how much you're paying back in that interest. And like, hey, if you made a couple of extra payments, you could save, hundreds of dollars.
Exactly.
It's somebody who understands
where you can make it interesting. But there was one more thing about this that impressed us that we found out about 10 minutes ago.
Here's what happened. You showed me your screen, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, is this the same one we were talking about? Yeah. And I was like, mine doesn't look like that. So I'm running light mode on my Mac.
Like this. So
running dark mode.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull this to the side here, which is kind of neat. And then I'm going to bring over my settings here. And so this is the settings on the Mac.
Yeah.
And so as you can see, I have my Mac set to dark mode. I'm going to change it to light mode. Look what it did.
That's cool. So I don't know if that is 100% by design. You had to program that in.
I don't know.
Sheer look, and I don't really care because it's pretty cool.
So I would like to ask the question. I could go Google it.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I don't assume Davey's here because he hasn't commented anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that he isn't here right now.
Yeah.
I would love to know too.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Because I thought that was super cool. I was like, no. Mine was very light. I was like, mine was white and gray.
Yeah.
I thought that was neat. So if somebody Googles it and put it in chat, that'd be great. Hey, sorry, Damien, we talked about yours already. We liked it. It was good. But you didn't win. Sorry.
So, but yeah, he's the winner, Davian. So he'll just need to contact us. We'll try to reach out to you on Discord, and we'll send you a signed copy of Breaking the Code. So that's good.
Yeah, when it comes out, which is June 23rd. So
yeah, so
not long.
Let me see here. Just Matt, kind of harsh, Matt. They whenever you didn't win.
Matt's just Damien. I know you're here now. You can leave. You didn't win. That's pretty funny.
The only reason I know Damien pretty well, so like I know he's laughing. So like
There you go. David said you can do it in a JavaScript line to make it light to dark from the system UI. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I did not know that. I mean, I learned something new every day. I'm going to try that with.
I've not seen this, but I mean, I guess you're not constantly switching your system UI, right? Yeah. Like, so maybe there's more implementations of this than I even think. Maybe this is a super common thing, and just because you're not switching your system UI settings, you don't see it. I think that's interesting.
So the Restless Tinkler said that he's the one who built his. He's going to go make it better.
Okay, cool, awesome,
kind of cool. I like it. And so I'm going to give you some things that you can do. So I think you can put this as a coding challenge. And if we have time, I may show you the code here. We got about 20 minutes. I may show you the code of how you built this, or how I built it. And then I'm sure that most of the code is very similar to how I did it.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing that you could add to this to really make it shine as a portfolio item is integrate some kind of external API. And I was thinking that one that would be really cool is in the US, there's the Kelly Blue Book, which rates cars. And so like you could bring in a list of cars, allow them to search for like a Ford or a Benz or whatever. And then that value you put it into the loan amount, then add in like a down payment or something like that, and let them calculate a real payment on a real vehicle.
Yep.
I think that could be kind of cool, a way to take this to the absolute next level. And so I do know that Kelly Blue Book APIs work. I didn't have time because my network went out yesterday. Mine was going to be integrated to the Destiny API and bring in guns, and then those guns have values. But if I was going to put it in our portfolio, though, I wouldn't do something like the Destiny API.
The KBB version will be better.
Yeah,
the real car version,
business version, the one that you'll engage the person looking at your portfolio to use a real world example. It will look that much cooler, And then if you wanted to even take it further, you could collect an email and send them a printout and a PDF or something like that. So that would be kind of cool. But I think in general, it's a really good app. So now people are teaching us with app media. Okay.
Yeah. David has a version of this too here. Look.
Yeah.
If window match media. Yeah. Cool. I like it.
I'm going to do that. That's something I'm going to do today.
So, it's interesting. I like it. That's very cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I like it.
Vince is asking, where can I get a digital copy of the book, not Kindle? We don't have that as an option at this point. It's going to be all through Amazon at this point.
Yeah, so Amazon and Barnes and Noble will both have all the major booksellers will have an ebook version of it.
Will they have it on the 23rd? Do you know?
Yes, everyone will.
Okay,
so all of them.
So what we will do is we're going to update the website on that day too. So we'll link out to all the places you can go buy it on that day, so you can get it from those places.
And there'll also be there's also an audiobook too, if you want that, Vince, as well. So it'll be an audiobook, and then a paperback and a hardback.
Which is good. I've listened to the audiobook. It's read by a professional actor. It's
not me.
It's good. I like it.
It's pretty good.
It's very cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's telling you.
Do better.
That's funny.
So anyway, I want to congratulate for all you guys doing it and letting us show your work off. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so I think it's good sometimes for us to kind of like go through just solving a coding challenge to keep us sharp. If you're learning to code and you didn't make it, that's okay. I mean, I want you to keep challenging yourself to make things, and because that's really the goal of this channel. I think that we make stuff.
Yep.
So I can show mine real quick, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Estevan suggesting here, because we've made some CF coding challenge emblems. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, well, obviously we can't show them on YouTube because I can't do that on YouTube, but I can do it on Discord. I can give you it's not a badge. I can put you in a different group on Discord. So probably we'll do that. I like that.
Okay. I like that. We'll look into that. I do know that you can give out emblems. I don't know if you can do it on Discord, or maybe there's a plugin for Discord server that we can do.
Maybe I'll take a look. We can definitely give them another role within there, which is a challenge winner. I think that'd be cool. I like that idea. He's also giving me some other work up here too. I kind of what he was trying to suggest for me.
Right. So let me switch over to Windows here, and so let me switch back here. I'm gonna have to just tell me when you can see it, because I have to go away from StreamYard here.
Okay, I cannot see that yet. Okay, now I see it. If you pull that. All right.
So I just throw it over here. Are we shared up there, Kevin?
Yeah, I see it.
So this is my basic loan calculator that I built, and the reason I'm showing you this is basically for you guys that got stuck. I'm going to show you how it kind of works, but obviously you can change values or whatever. And some of the enhancements I wanted to make was changing it based on like the exit of the input box. I haven't quite got there yet yesterday. But you can see here, we've got our loan payments out. So it runs out to 60. So that's kind of cool. So that's pretty simple. I just want to show you real quickly where you got stuck. And some of you mentioned in Discord that you got stuck. So I built mine in JavaScript, and this would apply to C#. In fact, C# and JavaScript are almost identical anymore these days. I use Bootstrap 4.5, and then I built it out in HTML, and that's not really important. I built some styles that I just made it look green and stuff, and nothing really.
You would have changed had you had more time. You would have a lot of stuff you would have done would have been around UI, right?
Yeah.
I think we talked about it.
I would have added a purchase option. But the network went down yesterday, so like I just
you had the basics of the logic built out.
Yeah.
And just the next.
So what I'm going to highlight here is the actual logic part, instead of and try to separate some of my UI code in JavaScript for you. But the first thing I did was I created a function for Calc Payment, and then I created a function for Calc Interest, so that I can use these over and over. This is used in the loop. This is only used once, but the reason I separated it, mostly for teaching purposes, to show you kind of what this thing did. So the amount was passed in, which is the loan amount. The rate is a integer, but it represents a percentage. It's divided by 1200 so that it turns this into a percentage. These two things have to be bracketed together and divided by, and then you have this 1 minus, and I gave this out to you. If you didn't notice in the documentation I gave out, that you have to do this as a power. And so in JavaScript, and I think in C# as well, it's math.power.
What does that do? What's math.power?
Yeah. And so that basically makes it, you take it to the power of.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. I remember seeing that in the
superscript, if it's written in superscript and like there. And so I gave you this, and this will return an evenly distributed payment across the term. Okay. So that'll give you your $253 and whatever that is.
So do you think the rounding issue caused what happened at this point then for some people?
No, I think this actually worked. So if you got this far on a 15,000, 60 payments, 3 rate, you would get $269.53. Okay. So then I also did a Calc Interest, because I need to calculate the interest based on the current balance. So I pass the balance into this and the rate that I'm going to use. And that's what I did. And so this will return how much interest for the given balance would I charge. Okay. And so you always subtract the balance from the payment amount, and that gives you your principal payment, basically. Okay. So ignore this. It's me setting up some variables, getting some get element IDs, getting the controls off the page. I've went over this before in another one. I use a templating system that I kind of go to. So this is just basically getting the template, and so that I can write out my table. But so the first thing that I do, and here's the actual code, is I got the payment equal to the Calc Payment function. And that's going to return, in the case of a $15,000 loan, 60 payments, and interest rate of 3, will return $269.53. Okay. Now notice here, I'm not rounding this number yet. So internally, this is has a lot more precision to it.
Okay.
So I'm not rounding anything yet. So then I create a loop for each month of the loan term. Okay. So my term was passed in as 60 in my example, but regardless of whatever the user entered, I would have the term in here in months. Okay. And then I would have the rate as an integer or a double in the case. It could be 3.5 or 3.7. It would still work. And then the amount of the loan in our case would be 15,000. So the very first thing I do is calculate the monthly interest based on the balance. So if you notice that the balance in the beginning is equal to the amount. So this, the first time through, this is 15,000 and this is 3. And that's going to return my first interest, which would be $37.50. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Now, the next thing I do is I start totaling up the interest. And so I'm going to add that to my total interest. The first time through, this is 0. And now I'm going to add $37.50 to this. Plus equals means total interest keep the original value and just add this to it.
Right.
So then I want my monthly principal, and that's my payment, my 269.53 minus the calculation I made here. So payment minus my monthly interest will equal my principal. And that's how I break those payments apart each time.
Yep.
And then I have to calculate a balance, which is my balance, which started out equal to the amount. So it'd be 15,000 minus this monthly principal payment. And then bam, there's your balance.
Okay. And at this point, you've rounded nothing.
I've rounded nothing. I didn't round anything, actually.
Oh,
and the reason I don't do that is because when you round, you lose precision. And when you're doing financial type systems, you don't round because you can lose money.
Right.
And so what you do is you correct it in how you display it. And that's what these two fixed are doing here.
Okay, so you're never actually, like you say, you're never really rounding. You're just showing a rounded version of the what's being held in the background as on the display side of things.
Yeah, but underneath, it's still the real numbers underneath.
Right. If you chose not to have that, if you removed all of those two fixed from your things, those numbers would like be infinite.
8 digits out to the 8 digit. I'd have to go look to see what it did.
Right.
You know, I mean, we could do it.
That's an interesting thing to think about, though. You're right. In a financial product, you're right. You would never want to round anything, but you would from the viewer's perspective. I don't want my interest in my bank account to show 0.007935. I don't care. Right? Just show me the penny. Right.
Right. The other thing with JavaScript, and this would be one of the advantages over C# is that these things are untyped. So when you're sometimes pushing things together, it thinks that they're strings and it doesn't really add them. It kind of adds to the string.
Yeah.
And so there were some problems here. We had to convert this amount back to a number before you formatted it. And so I was running into that problem. And so I fixed that. And so then I had my total cost here, which is the total cost of the loan, which is the amount plus the total interest.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the, it's basically one loop. I could have gotten rid of this function, calc payment, and just did it right here in line. I could have also did my calculation with calc interest right here in line, and it wouldn't matter really that much. But I did this to break it out so that you could see how these two calculations worked out in script. It's a little bit easier to see. I don't think any of that mattered either way. And so I could have done it in one function in one loop. But I tend to break things out sometimes just for readability.
Yep.
So in case this is changing, it's easier to change here than it is trying to find it down in here.
Right.
So that's it. And so then it turned out that it looks like this. So,
cool.
That's it. And we got any questions or anybody want any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Questions? Come on, guys. All right.
Not a minute.
Back on to back to Mac.
The Rurad Life said the only problem is getting the loan payments to loop properly. Otherwise, they were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about just the loops. Yeah.
So, like, if you look at that, I will publish this code out to GitHub later today, maybe, and then I'll publish something out to Netlify so you can look at it.
Yep. David said he lost a file when he uploaded it to GitHub. So that's part of the issue with this thing. So, yeah, interesting.
Yep. So it does happen, man. So that's why we test things.
Matt said he found his rounding error. Should be fixed now.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt.
Is it
Matt's been doing this for 20 years, man. So Matt knows what he's doing. Absolutely knows what he's doing.
Is it live fixed, Matt? Can we pull it back up again? Does it work?
If he published it.
Matt's was the first one. If he published it, Matt was the one with that face on it. See if that one
should be fixed now. So maybe
so let's go see.
You got the link there? I lost it.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I do. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Right, we'll share it with you.
If I can find it here. Where are we? Finish code.
And so Tech was a great job on the UI neural function. Thanks. I think mine's still basic Tech. I mean, and this channel really isn't about me. It's about showing you what you can do.
So yeah, he fixed it here. Hold on, where is it? This one? Yeah, this one. No, not this one. Sorry, not that one. What's he call it?
At the top of the
loan,
very top of that channel.
Calculator. I pull up the right. I got to pull up the right tab.
Yeah,
that helps me. This one. There we go. So yeah, look, I did a little submit thing, and it's there we go. Worked it out.
Got it fixed. And so I'm assuming it was math.round where he was rounding the errors.
Right.
I just looked at it, but I didn't try it out to see
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, we didn't go that far. Yeah. Yeah. So Matt, yes, it does work.
He says I haven't updated my Windows.
Oh, have you not? How do you know that? How do you?
I don't know.
How do you know that? What's the sign on your Windows that you haven't updated it?
It's Windows 10 Pro. I don't know when's the last update when it did.
Yeah, I don't know. They're always updating, aren't they?
Yeah.
I went for Windows 10 Pro on this machine too, on the PC that I just got, just in case. One of those things. It was like $20 more or something. And I was like,
thanks, Trey. I'll check out my Windows update to see if it updated. So I'll check it out. Thanks.
This is true, Adam. Should be fixed, the mantra of every coder. I think there's been some memes in the meme channel that's talking about, well, it worked on my machine. Like
Yeah,
that kind of mentality is strong.
That's the mantra. It should be fixed now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I use that a lot in non-coding stuff too.
You know what's funny about that is because we never want to say that definitively it's fixed. You know, because we know that.
No, I get it.
Wrong.
No, you never want to put a
should work.
Yeah, should work.
Should or will. Should work.
I think that's funny. Let's see. Did you guys look at
people's code? I didn't look at yours, Derek, but I did look at several of them. When I saw an obvious problem, I went back and looked at the code on GitHub and found the round error in the C# one for Matt's.
So we didn't look at yours though, Derek. I know we didn't look at the back end of yours. So I don't know if yours has that same rounding issue that that Matt had or not. But he did a similar thing, so maybe.
But I like Matt's because it was done in MVC. He had a model and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. You know,
definitely. You're not biased or anything. So
no, I'm not biased at all. So you know.
So remember these tips for next week, people.
Yeah.
In terms of stuff that we probably liked, obviously functionality wise, it's gonna be a similar kind of thing. We'll put out a similar kind of document with similar kind of rules around it, and we'll do this on Monday. And just so remember how to what we like in terms of extension. That's because we can be swayed. Yeah,
and so the other thing too that I would advise you is the reason I'm saying this one isn't in front as straightforward as the mortgage app, because the mortgage app, when you look at it, there's only as we saw, there's 10 different ways to do it, but it lends itself to a solution. This coding challenge doesn't lend itself to a UI right off the bat.
Right.
So that's where you're gonna have to be creative and how do I display this?
Yeah.
So that it makes sense to the user what this app is trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more UX challenge, I think, and then the coding and get the algorithm to get work maybe a little bit more complicated than this one. But I still think this is a coding challenge for a junior developer.
Yeah. Can I say it has something to do with arrays? I just said it.
Has something to do with arrays. Yeah, well, there's always arrays. Yeah, so
often these coding challenges are something array related. So this one has an array part in it. So
yeah. So and then we'll show you ours at the end of the week. And the reason ours will look good is because we did it months ago. So I've been on my 5th version of this. So and yes, and tech.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You are. For the implementation part of it, yes, you are.
Yeah, and I have not. The people that we've pushed this out to have not come to a really cool solution yet. So I'm really curious to see if someone comes to a cool one.
I think they will.
A cool one is possible, and I'm not bragging because I built it. Me and Kevin built it, and it's cool. So
yeah. But I think there's potentially better versions too. I think there's other ways you can.
I think someone's going to blow mine away too.
Well, the things we just don't. You can't think of everything.
I can't. No, I'm not infinite knowledge guy.
So
we're going to do these weekly. I don't know if we'll do them weekly. We may do them monthly. We'll do them more than it won't be next year. We'll probably release another one. If you guys like doing them and we can get and we have a good gift to give away, I think we'll make another one.
Yeah. We'll keep doing them for sure. But we're probably not going to have one open all of the time. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to commit to saying we're going to have one open all the time. We'll try and do as many as we can. That's what we're going to commit to. I want to make sure that we have good stuff to give to you guys, and it's worth your time.
Oh, so he's got a good question. Fear Papa is on here a lot. If this project was for junior developer, what kind of project expect from a senior developers? What I think is seniors would have some kind of database back in, authorization, authentication, the whole kind of full stack thing going on. I think that would lend itself to more seniors, but even our juniors that are coming out of Coder Foundry build those types of projects. I put this one, the mortgage challenge is a coding challenge, and you should be able to pretty much Google it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's a question. I believe you mentioned that Coder Foundry teaches students to build their portfolio from scratch, but I saw a video where you recommended WordPress to save time. And then there's a follow-up too. Which one should junior devs lean toward for sake of time?
So I think you should, what we recommend here, we actually use templates and we build it from scratch, so to speak, that we start with an empty HTML document. You may apply a template of that document and it's your own code.
But it's not
if you want to build your portfolio in WordPress, that's fine. We don't do that inside the school.
Right. Let me see.
And then this guy wants to be in our next challenge. It's Monday.
Yeah.
So
like Monday. We will talk about
the warm up to get you guys your juices flowing, and the next Monday we'll release a new challenge, and then you'll have 1 week to complete it. So a longer time to complete it in case you're working, you got some side stuff going on. Yep. And so I think it's really cool. And what we're going to produce as coding challenges, we think can go in your portfolio. That's the only types that we'll put out. We're never going to have like these kind of crazy ones that that don't lend itself well to a portfolio. So like I think these will lend itself to a portfolio.
Yep.
What I want you to do from these coding challenges, build things that you can actually use to get a job. So I think that's important. So
yeah, definitely.
So participate next week. It's got a good prize.
Allegedly.
It's got a good prize. I think everyone will be pretty excited about it. So we'll get that away next week.
Yeah, cool.
All right, guys. Good luck. I think we're at the end of our time. Anything else, Kevin?
No, I think that's it. If it's your first time here, don't forget to check us out online. You can go to coderfoundry.com if you're interested in the bootcamp side of stuff we do here. You can go to coderfoundry.com/virtual, and you can check out our virtual class. We did have an open house the other night, so class is pretty much filling up. I don't know if it's full. I don't know what the exact stats are, but it's you got to apply like now if you're interested in getting in. So there's that going on. If you've never taken our quiz, you can go take our quiz too, coderfoundry.com/quiz. Maybe we'll poll at some point, you guys, see who got the best quiz score here. I'm interested in that too. Maybe we'll do that Monday when we're talking about the giveaway stuff, because I think that's interesting too. I like to see what people got on the quiz.
Yeah, just to be clear, David, we didn't know the guy's name. All we had was his handle from Discord. So we didn't know his name at all, or we would absolutely.
Oh, and I totally know who it is. It's okay.
You know who it is now? What's his name?
Oh, no, I don't know the name. I'm saying I know who it is on Discord is what I'm saying.
On Discord, that's all we know.
I sent them a message on Discord, so we'll see. But I didn't get an answer back, another one. And they obviously weren't here today, so it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Ooh, we got a challenge here, another challenge. We just need 30 more people to hit 300.
Wow, okay, that's good. I like that.
On Discord.
That's cool. So yes, if you have any friends that want to join us on Discord.
So we're going to work on a badge system. We're running over. We'll work on a badge system in Discord. So if you complete a coding challenge or you just turn it in, you'll get a badge. If you meet the expectations of it, you'll get a badge. And then someone will get a badge for winning. So
yeah. Well, I know what we can do right now is I can give you a tag for sure. I'll work on the badge side of things to see if there's some sort of plugin we can use, because I'm not sure if there is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to promise and not being able to deliver, but you'll at least get a tag on there for challenge winner or something like that. I'll call it.
So it should be
cool. But yeah, 30 more. That's awesome. We also hit 38. I think we hit 38,500 just recently. Well, we were just shy of 38,500 subs on YouTube. So that's awesome too. Thanks to everybody that ever subscribes to us and looks at our stuff and interacts with us. And of course, you guys for showing up every day. So yeah, we super appreciate it.
Yeah, and just please like sub and subscribe too. If you're not a sub, would like to subscribe to us. But hopefully all this helps out. So we got some guests coming next week. We'll talk about those. But on Monday, we're announcing that contest sponsor and the coding challenge itself.
Yep, it's going to be cool. So have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Good luck and keep coding. See you.